I just recorded the whole intro to the devlog, but I clicked on the start stream button and it started streaming on Twitch. Oh my god. I've been talking for like 8 minutes. Shit, man. That's devastating. So, alright. So, anyway, welcome to the devlog. I've created a small task list for us to see, to lay our eyes. With the usage time I've got to offer right now, I've got 168.4 hours in the editor. I think the last video was at 150, so we've added quite some stuff, and I have wasted quite a lot of time, like leaving the game on, or I mean the game, leaving the editor on while I was walking around the house. So it might be bent a little. It's more like 163 probably. Never mind. So I've actually done 4 things. You can see a list here of things added since the last video, since the last vlog. But I did not note it down, and I only thought about it a second ago. Uh, so for the things I've done is, first I've converted the inventory to be a drag and drop instead of a clicked one. This was very hard to do, because if I handle all my logic for the dragging and etc. The inventory in the inventory node, and when I open a chest, the inventory opens on the left, the chest on the right, but it's not like a different UI. It's the inventory that gets instantiated on the left. All the scripts in it work like standalone, and the chest calls a function from the inventory to move the items. So I had to keep track of the control node that it's being dragged from. It was very hard, but I managed to do it. So that was probably the first change. Then I added a cursor icon where I thought the game was lacking it, like when you dragging an apple around in the inventory. I added so that the Apple icon just shows instead of your cursor. It's quite intuitive. It almost works like Minecraft. I haven't added the amount label though, so you don't know how many apples you're dragging. Then I added an alt click. So you basically do a right click on your mouse and drag one item instead of the whole stack, because it had to be done for the crafting. And I've added the whole crafting logic. It is expandable. You only need to drag it, maybe change up some exports, and it will adapt to workbenches or different crafting stations far in the future that I'm going to add. And we have a to-do list, but I'm going to talk about it at the end of the video. Now going to the Godot scene. I broke something just a minute ago and it doesn't work. I don't know what to do with it. I guess it can't iterate over the crafting size, which is a variable which I create. Where did I create it? That's stupid. What if I remove the export and just do that? So the system works like that. You drag. Oh yeah, those are the changes. You can drag items around instead of clicking them, but it doesn't show the amount, so I have to update that. And you can right click to drag one from the stack, and you can stack them together. So if you connect, right now I just added some placeholder recipes. So if you combine some wood and a piece of stone. I think I did a branch though. Oh no, I fucked it all up. I'm sorry. I have to change that. It used to be. Wait. Used to be branch. Let's do branch stone. So that's my crafting recipes dictionary. I don't think it's ideal because it doesn't support multiple multiple recipes for a single thing. I wanted to add multiple ways of making a torch. Right now there's a placeholder torch too, but it's going to be changed. It's actually an easy fix. Axe from a branch and a stone. So let's get a stone, a branch, Z it. Okay, so a branch and a stone can craft an axe. This slot is very small because all we do there is only UI. We don't do graphics. If you came for graphics, you have to buy a Zelda game. The axe works perfectly fine. Everything gets subtracted. So you basically just add 3 items, as of now, 3 items in a random order, and it creates like an axe. If you add wood and stone, the recipes are going to be changed. So that's the crafting thing. The cursor thing. What did I say? The yeah, I think I went over all the changes. There's not much happening. I mean, there is a lot happening on the like backside of on the code, etc. So today I wanted to add a toon shader, but the toon shader broke, and I mean it broke. I don't know how to add shaders, and you might tell me in the comments. But if I, let's say, open a tree, I know the trees are internal to the plane scene. All right, let's say that I open this mesh. Right now, if I drag my toon shader onto the mesh, it gets all white and it should sample the albedo color from the mesh itself. So I don't know what breaks, but I'm gonna figure it out soon. So there's stuff to be done. Tomorrow I'm gonna focus on adding a campfire script. I will have to add a campfire shader to the fire, basically, so that it doesn't look horrible. I'm gonna add more food that can be cooked and eaten. So the system for the campfire to work, I thought about just dragging 3 or more food items onto the campfire user interface, and there is going to be like a circular progress bar next to the thing. So that's gonna be a progress bar, I guess. Paint the best computer program ever. Let's say you want to bake some meat. I'm gonna draw a Minecraft steak for now. So there's going to be a progress bar slowly filling up. I'm gonna make like a small zone of the progress bar that you have to click in for the food to be perfect and cooked. And if you overcook the food, it's gonna get black and basically lose all its nutritional value. So it's gonna be a little like you're gonna need a little reflex to take the meat from the campfire. I think it's quite a neat and easy system to implement. So that's what I'm going to work on tomorrow. I think my friend, or should I say my business partner, uploaded cooked steak, so I'll have to download it. Yeah, that's basically all I'll be adding this like week, or I don't know what are we counting it in. Um, I think we will get to 180 hours before I add these 3. Oh, and the eating. Sorry, I didn't tell you about the eating part. The idea for the UI of the inventory of the player is going to be backpack in the middle with slots. Yeah, let's just make some cheese. On the left, there's going to be a mirror pointing at your player, and that's what I'll focus on. And I'll have a piece of cloth on the right for crafting. I stole that idea from the forest, so you can call them and sue me. There's going to be a mirror, and in the mirror you are going to see the player, right? So the eating will be done by just dragging a piece of meat with your mouse and dropping it onto the mirror. So that's quite a simple thing to do. Just detect this area if the mouse is over the mirror and if the button is released. Yeah, I think all these changes won't take more than 10 hours of Godel time. If they do, well then, what can I do? Okay, so thank you for watching, guys. That was the second devlog. So stay tuned for more changes. If you have ideas for me, write them in the comments. I'd like to uh, get inspired and get some suggestions for the game from you. Cheers, lads.